Welcome to a club for people who love good movies. Use the links in the description to navigate the list of films quickly.
Life of Pi. After deciding to sell their zoo in India and move to Canada, Santosh and Geeta Patel board a freighter with their sons and a few remaining animals. Tragedy strikes when a terrible storm sinks the ship, leaving the Patty's teenage son Pi as the only human survivor. However, Pi is not alone. A fearsome Bengal tiger has also found refuge aboard the lifeboat. As days turn into weeks and weeks drag into months, Pi and the tiger must learn to trust each other if both are to survive.
127 hours. While exploring a remote canyon in Utah, mountaineer and adventurer Aaron Ralston becomes trapped when a boulder falls on his arm. Over the next 5 days, Ralston examines his life and considers his options, leading him to an agonizing choice to amputate his arm, so that he can extricate himself and try to make his way back to civilization, or remain pinned to the canyon wall and likely die. Based on Ralston's book, Between a Rock and a Hard Place. Titanic. James Cameron's Titanic is an epic, action-packed romance set against the ill-fated maiden voyage of the RMS Titanic, the pride and joy of the White Star Line, and at the time the largest moving object ever built. She was the most luxurious liner of her era, the ship of dreams, which ultimately carried over 1,500 people to their death in the ice-cold waters of the North Atlantic in the early hours of 15th of April in 1912. Battleship. Alex Hooper is a weapons officer aboard the destroyer USS John Paul Jones, while his older brother Stone is the commanding officer of the USS Sampson. Unknown to Alex, Stone or the rest of the US Navy, alien invaders have arrived on Earth with plans to steal Earth's resources. When a confrontation with the invaders knocks out the Navy's radar capability, American and Japanese forces must work together to find a way to save the planet. Shutter Island. The implausible escape of a brilliant murderess brings U.S. Marshal Teddy Daniels, Leonardo DiCaprio, and his new partner Mark Ruffalo to a Shackley Hospital, a fortress-like insane asylum located on a remote, windswept island. The woman appears to have vanished from a locked room, and there are hints of terrible deeds committed within the hospital walls. As the investigation deepens, Teddy realizes he will have to confront his own dark fears if he hopes to make it off the island alive. Fight Club. A depressed man, Edward Norton, suffering from insomnia, meets a strange soap salesman named Tyler Durden, Brad Pitt, and soon finds himself living in his quiet house after his perfect apartment is destroyed. The two bored men form an underground club with strict rules and fight other men who are fed up with their mundane lives. Their perfect partnership thrives when Marla, Helen Bonham Carter, a fellow support group crasher, attacks Tyler's attention. The Sixth Sense. Young cold seer Haley Joel Osment is haunted by a dark secret. He is visited by ghosts. Paul is frightened by visitations from those with unresolved problems who appear from the shadows. He is so afraid to tell anyone about his anguish, except child psychologist Dr. Malcolm Crowe, Bruce Willis, as Dr. Crowe tries to uncover the truth about Cole's supernatural abilities. The consequences for client and therapist are a jolt that awakens them both to something unexplainable.
Tully. The film is about Marlo, a mother of three including a newborn, who is gifted a night nanny by her brother. Resistant to the extravagance at first, Marlo comes to form a unique bond with a thoughtful, surprising, and sometimes challenging young nanny named Tully.
A Beautiful Mind, a human drama inspired by events in the life of John Forbes Nash, and in part based on the biography A Beautiful Mind by Sylvia Nazar. From the heights of notoriety to the depths of depravity, John Forbes Nash experienced it all. A mathematical genius, he made an astonishing discovery early in his career and stood on the brink of international acclaim. But the handsome and arrogant Nash soon found himself on a painful and harrowing journey of self-discovery. Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. Captain Jack Sparrow arrives at Port Royal in the Caribbean without a ship or crew. His assignment is inopportune. However, because late that evening the town is besieged by a pirate ship. The pirates kidnap the governor's daughter, Elizabeth, who is in possession of a valuable coin that is linked to a curse